Welcome to another segment of Principled Truth. I'm your host, Milton Corey. Francis Bacon once said, "A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds." And Alexander Graham Bell said, "When one door closes, another door opens." We spend so much time looking, hopefully, on the closed door that we do not see the ones which are open for us. Opportunities do not come with their values stamped upon them. Everyone must be challenged. A day dawns quite like another day. In it a single hour comes, like other hours. But in that day and in that hour, the chance of a lifetime faces us. Face every opportunity of life thoughtfully and ask its meaning bravely and earnestly. That's important. Is the only way to meet the supreme opportunities when they come, whether open-faced or disguised. Deep thought there in the opportunities section. And what I find is, in my life and in many lives of many people I know, we spend too much time doing exactly what Alexander Graham Bell said. He said, again, think about this. He says, when one door closes, another door opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the ones which open for us. Because what happens in life, as one door closes, another door opens. But an awful lot of it depends on your attitude. I remember many years ago when I was working as an independent advisor to people, I received it. Then every month we got a motivational tape. And this edition came in, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. And basically, what it really said is that you become what you believe. Now think about that for a minute. You become what you believe. So if you think that you're a failure, or if you think that you're caught in a situation where the job you have is what you're going to have to tolerate even though you don't like your boss and you don't like the situation and you don't see any future, well, you become what you believe. So you're going to be caught in that situation and you're not going to move forward from it. But think back about people very successful. Do you honestly think that most of the people whom we know and whom we think about in the world who've become very successful, that it happened overnight? In the middle of the night, they had an idea, they got up the next day, and they went in and they said, okay, I'm going to do this, and it's going to be an instant success. That is not the way it works. I'm sure if you could sit down and talk to Steve Jobs from Apple, or if you could talk to any number of people, Colonel Sanders or Ray Kroc. Colonel Sanders, of course, started Kentucky Fried Chicken when I think he was in his early 70s after having gone bankrupt, I don't know how many times, 3-4 times maybe. And Ray Kroc, he was a not really at all successful 62-year-old restaurant equipment salesman when he decided to get involved in the fast food business and bought the 1 or 2 McDonalds and had to beg, borrow, and steal from virtually everyone he knew in order to raise the money so that he could buy the McDonald's. Now, I'm not saying because Colonel Sanders and Ray Kroc became very successful when they were well past 60 years old that you have to wait until you're well past 60 years old to become successful in whatever endeavor is. And I'm not saying that you need to set your goals so high, far be it for me to say anything like that, so high that you plan to be a multimillionaire and become a great icon. Although, of course you can. Why do you think that people, despite what other people may say, why do you think people want to come to the United States? Because the opportunities here are unlimited. So just think about that. That's just a tiny aside. What I'm getting at is I'm sure that when Steve Jobs decided to start Apple Computer, it didn't happen overnight. And I'm sure that McDonald's didn't happen overnight. And Kentucky Fried Chicken and Hewlett-Packard, another company that was started by 2 guys, Hewlett and Packard, in their garage. These things all happen because of what? Every single man and woman who started a business and became very successful, they did it because they believed that they would succeed. Even if they encountered failure as they went along, they knew in the long run that if they persevered and they had faith that they would succeed. And by George, that's exactly what's happened. These people have succeeded. So there is absolutely no reason in this world why you, whoever happens to be listening here to Principled Truth, whoever you are, wherever you are, whether you're sweeping the floor or whether you're in the mailroom or whether you're standing in a line saying, gee, I lost my job and now I'm going for unemployment and I don't know what to do and I'm a failure. None of that's true. None of that's true. You can become whatever you choose to become. You can do it. There's no question about it. But there are things that you have to do. You can't sit on your duff on the couch watching television and expect that you're going to be successful. But one of the things I think is absolutely critical to this whole thing, aside from becoming what you believe, in other words, believing in yourself and your ability, is you must choose something that you literally love to do. And that's one of the reasons why the United States is so successful, because of the fact that you literally can succeed at whatever you try to succeed at within reason, as long as it happens to be legal. You can succeed at it. But the key is you've got to have an education, or you've got to acquire the knowledge and the expertise in order to be able to do that. So you need to think about, what is it that I really love to do? And I know I make this particular topic, I see this seems to be running through a number of the different segments that we do here on Principled Truth, but it is so critically important. In my life, in my 40 years in business or whatever it is, I can't tell you how many people I've run across who were not happy, who had been in some business or working for someone for a very long period of time. And when you ask them, because I did a lot of counseling and advising, what is it that you love to do? And all of a sudden their faces light up and a person says, well, I love to fly fish. And I say to myself, well, you love to fly fish, but you live 400 miles from the nearest stream. But the point is, when you find out what people love to do, whether it's tying flies for fly fishing or writing short stories or doing carpentry or painting or creating an idea for a way to market cookies or whatever it happens to be, you can do it. You just have to believe you can do it, and you have to acquire the expertise that keeps you from falling into the potholes that will keep you from being successful. It's not that hard to do, because of the fact that the United States is such a great country that you can literally find a course where you can learn and acquire the knowledge or the expertise to become successful in whatever the field is that you happen to have chosen. There's no question about that. Absolutely no question in my mind about that. And if you don't believe me, well, I'm sorry, but truth be known, you literally can be successful in any chosen field as long as it's legal and as long as it doesn't hurt other people. You can become what you believe. I just suggest that you take a look on the Principled Truth website. You may find some links that will lead you to the place you need to be as far as the knowledge or the expertise that you need. Please remember one thing. You become what you believe. If you believe you're going to be a failure, you will be. If you believe you're going to be successful and you have faith, there is no question in my mind whatsoever that you will become successful. Till next time, and always, God bless you.